Well, it has been a huge year in Australian politics, with the journey to legalise same-sex marriage dominating the agenda. At the same time, the dual citizenship saga has embroiled all sides of Parliament and looks set to continue in 2018.
So, to discuss this and other issues, we're joined by Assistant Minister for Social Services and Disability Services, Jane Prentice, in Brisbane. And with us here in the studio, Labor MP Emma Husser.
Good morning.
Welcome to both of you.
Good morning.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, we haven't quite got Jane yet.
We'll
But
fix
anyway,
that.
look, Emma, well, let's start with you and Labor's side of politics.
To deliver, not just locally with issues such as incentives for small business with tax relief, but equally our trade agreements with many countries have seen record growth in exports. I think it's table grapes we're now exporting at more than 216% increase. Cheese, red wine, beef, there's a whole lot of increase in our exports, and so it's important that we make sure that that continues, and that's not just benefiting our service industries and employers in those sort of areas, in city areas, but also our regional producers. And that's the important part of maintaining this economic growth into the year ahead.
That said, it's the internal divisions within the coalition that have made the headlines this past year, so it must have been a very frustrating year for you.
Well, at the end of the day, though, we have achieved a lot, and we're a united team going forward. Unlike Graham Richardson this morning, who came out and slammed Bill Shorten for doing a deal with the CFMEU, I think there could be some internal challenges ahead there.
And Emma, on the dual citizenship saga, that didn't discriminate. Both sides of politics. Yep.
They've all checked, they've all put in their paperwork, they've all done the things that were required of them that say take all reasonable steps. When you don't bother to check, as in the case of the three that I've just mentioned,
concerned that Labor, who said they had a foolproof system, clearly don't, and people like David Feeney and others may be causing by-elections continuing into the new year.
Of some kind of strife, but having taken all those steps myself, can categorically say we do have those checks and balances in place.
But doesn't it show that perhaps those processes
Very
Emma and I and our colleagues always say
and job security is certainly becoming an issue as
Absolutely. I think, people do not pay bills on a casual basis. They don't get home loans on a casual repayment basis. They don't have to eat on a casual basis. So this idea
realise that a lot of employees enjoy the opportunity of being a casual employee so they can work to suit their own situations at home or other activities.
Which I think is fine. People have a choice. I think when they have a choice and they choose that, sure, that's their choice. But also we need to account for those people who don't have a choice. I have a woman in my electorate who's been working the same casual job for 20 years.
And for the World Cup and winning the Ashes back, and I hope that next year will be just as successful in the sporting arena. In fact, as I came into the studio, I just ran into Leighton Hewitt, and I thought probably your viewers would be more interested in his views on the years past and the year ahead.
And Emma, what's your big moment for next year? What are you looking forward to?
Look, I think we'll be fighting for people's penalty rates. We'll be fighting for people's jobs, unlike we've had Malcolm Turnbull fighting to hang on to his job all of the year through. Couple of sporting highlights coming up next year. We've been enjoying the cricket and of course the Sydney to Hobart over the last couple of days. So, you know, but that'll all happen irrespective of what we're doing in Canberra.
Absolutely. All right, Emma, thanks so much, and Jane,
Thanks, Jo.
to you also. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Jo. Thanks, Andrew. Happy New Year, everyone.
See you, Jane.
Bye, Emma.